excellent opportunity for me to come full circle and to really give back in a really unique way to an organization that had such a life-changing impact on me.
Nick Allen, our new executive director for United Way, probably about 15 years ago when he was real young, his family needed help with food, rent assistance, utility assistance, clothes, those kind of items.
My personal connection to the United Way is that when I was in middle school, my family and I became homeless, and there were United Way agencies that were there for us that really helped us during those difficult times. It was very scary, especially being a child, and you don't really feel like that's something that you could talk to your friends about. Immediately after we became homeless, Catholic Charities was able to help us. They were really instrumental right off the bat in helping us get a place to stay for a couple of weeks.
Catholic Charities is a multi-service organization. We deal with families from birth to death. One of the things that we do is we have a transitional housing program for homeless families with children. They may transition out from the shelter to our transitional housing program. They pay subsidized rent, but while they're with us, the whole goal of working with them is that by the time they leave our program, they're going to have enough saved for deposits, first month's rents, down payments on utilities. You're trying to help a family develop some structure, some plans, some steps, so that a year from now, 2 years from now, they're not in the same situation. We provide support, but it's the family that has to do the work.
It's about 3 or 4 months, but really after something like that happens, you find yourself starting over a lot of times. And it was during those times too that the United Way was there for us, and agencies like KCCSI that provided utility assistance and different kinds of support like that, and the Center of Hope, Compassionate Ministries, they were very helpful too.
At that time we were doing a lot of financial assistance for families in need. Nick's family was one of them. Compassion Ministries Center of Hope is a client choice food pantry. Approximately 850 to 1,000 families from Kankakee County will come into the food pantry each week for food. We provide things like frozen meat, which is paid by the United Way funding. What's kind of neat about United Way is that the agencies work together. We may have one person that has multiple needs, because usually people aren't in a desperation situation from just one thing. It's usually multiple things that have hit them that caused them to be in need.
The bottom line is, when we went to get help in the community, it was there. If it weren't for the United Way agencies that helped us during that time, I wouldn't be here today in this position. The United Way allowed me to continue on. That's what its role should be in the community. It's about being there for our neighbors when they're in need. The United Way of Kankakee County runs a fundraising campaign that is focused mostly on workplace giving. It funds 24 partner and member agencies throughout Kankakee County that meet a variety of needs for people in the community.
It's food pantries and it's shelters, from Boy Scouts to Girl Scouts to the Ys, to programs working with persons with disabilities, to working with the homeless.
It's domestic violence or sexual assault or mental health issues.
The elderly, single moms, and of course we have those who are just down and out.
All the agencies and organizations have seen increased needs, increased demands on what we do in all the levels of services.
For like some people, they have to decide whether they're going to eat or get medicine or pay their utilities.
The need out there, unfortunately, is greater than ever with the tough economy and with all that is going on in the country right now. And it's just important that we do all that we can to continue to meet the needs of the people in the community.
When you support United Way, you're really supporting a community's efforts to address many different kinds of issues. It's not just one issue. To actually read off a list of all of these organizations are due, it usually boggles everyone's mind. When you get a picture of that, it's really amazing.
You really have to look at the United Way as being able to step in and help people when they really need it. It's not a hand out, it's a hand up. Being able to be there for people in difficult times and fill the gap, I guess.
We don't have a solution for world hunger, but we can take away some of those hunger pains.
I would say that if someone only has a little bit to give, then the United Way is the best place for those donations. We can do a lot with a little, and people can be assured that those donations are being used responsibly, and also that they're being used to fund programs that help our community.
Helping people in need does have a ripple effect.
I give. I ask you to give. Giving is important to making a community work. The work that we do, it doesn't happen without finances. It just doesn't happen. It can't meet the demands that are there without the giving and support of you and of me and this community.
Think of the impact that we can have when we come together and live united.